I'm tired. I've had a busy couple of days.
You got bed quite early, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna go get in bed now. Yeah, I'm tired. And my brain starts going a bit la when I'm tired.
Have you got a TV in there?
We have a TV, yeah. We very rarely watch it. We did actually start. Yeah, we watched a documentary the other night. We probably didn't have the telly on for about a year. I'll have a cup of tea with you, actually, babe. So yeah, we don't really watch telly, if I'm honest.
I don't watch loads, but I do like a drama. I do like a good drama.
No, it's not. Well, it's actually from 2015, not one with
I can't remember.
Famous. She's always doing dramas on ITV.
Darren's got menopause brain as well.
We'll call it doing his menopause brain.
But
yeah, we've been caravan shopping this week as well.
Yeah. Oh, have you? Exciting.
Yeah, we've not actually bought one.
Sheridan Smith.
We've not actually bought one, but we know what we want and what we don't want now. And what I thought I wanted, we don't want, which is weird.
So what is it you want?
So I don't know the names of them. A coachman, I can't remember. A boot cab, I don't know. So what I thought I wanted was like this open plan thing. And when we went, I was like, no, this isn't what I want. And he was like, no, it's not what I want neither. Which was really weird because on paper that's what we wanted. And then we saw two others which I didn't think I was going to want. And now I've seen it, that's exactly what I want.
Normality.
So how many, like, is it like a towing caravan, yeah?
Yeah, I'll have a peppermint licorice, please. Yeah, it's a touring caravan. We know we definitely don't want brand new now because we were looking at new. So new were between 40 and 45 grand for a new one. I know. They are high end, what we're looking at. And then when we went in one that was 2-year-old, 3-year-old, it was like 12 grand cheaper and absolutely no different. I was like, why would you pay that? And I was chatting to the guy and I said, why do people buy brand new? And he went, to keep up with the Joneses. I said, I don't have to keep up with anybody, just myself.
Nah, that's just pointless.
I'm not into, I want something better than what they've got kind of shit. I just want what I want. So we definitely said, as soon as you drive one off the forecourt, it loses 8 grand straight away. Yeah, well, I'm sorry, but it doesn't cost us 8 grand to go away for 6 months for the winter. It doesn't cost us 8 grand to do that. Can you imagine getting 8 grand to spend? We don't spend 8 grand going away for 6 months. Travelling, accommodation, food, everything doesn't cost us £8,000. So to buy a caravan to lose 8 grand, nah, I'm sorry, that's
no. There is no.
There will be a 4-berth.
Okay.
They are 4 berths what we're looking at, but that's because of the layout. We want like a corner living room. We want mid bathroom and end bedroom. You've got to think of, don't forget we've got the dog that we abuse as well, that we got reported to the RSPCA about.
Don't tell me, you being accused of that as well.
Yeah, but do you not know?
No.
When we were away a week before, we come home from Turkey. I had an email that I had to reply to from the RSPCA because he's mistreated. Casper's mistreated and we drag him all over the country. Look at him.
I'm not happy.
What are you doing? Get over it. It's his bed. Tell your daddy, say that's my bed though, daddy.
Well, you can cut your paws off.
Oh, cut your paws off. Oh, cut your paws off.
He looks really unhappy, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah.
He's not wagging his tail or anything, is he?
Can you see him? Can you see him? His tail. Oh. His tail. That tail never stops. Mr. D-Bart. That tail never stops. And he knows now his dad's gone outside to get his licky mat.
Every day I'm licking matting.
I just, whenever I go live with you, I always have to end up blocking someone in this chat.
Yeah. Sorry.
It's all right. It doesn't bother me. I wasn't going to read comments out.
Just boring.
Yeah.
Just boring. But yeah, so yeah, we got reported to the RSPCA. He's mistreated.
And did they come out?
Nope. I just emailed them back, told them who it was and why it was. I sent him a link to my TikTok, my Facebook, my Instagram, and Darren's, because obviously Darren's TikTok is Casper and Dazoo. Yeah, it's all Casper. I sent them links to everything, just said we're out of the country, we're not back till middle of April, because we weren't at that point, so we're not back to the middle of April, but have a look at these, and if you want to make an appointment or you want to come and see us when we're back, feel free to do so. And anyway, within 24 hours she come back to me and said, we've looked at what we've took into careful consideration everything that you've said, and we've had a look at Casper's TikTok page, and he looks like he's a very well looked after, happy dog. We've got absolutely no concerns.
What did I get out of it? Seriously, what a waste of time. What a waste of energy.
Sophie's just put, I wish I was that mistreated and dragged to Turkey.
Better fed than me. Oh,
yeah, he is better fed than you. He's on bloody, what's he got on his mat today?
Butter, he's got a little bit of Nutella.
He's got a bit of Nutella, a bit of coconut oil. What else has he got?
Probably all of the people after me because I'll give him chocolate.
He's allowed chocolate. Look at him heading for it.
Has he got a licky mat?
Yeah, he loves his licky mat.
He loves it. Yeah, dogs love it, don't they?
When he comes in, have you ever put do you give your dogs licky mats?
I used to, but the problem is with Jeff and everything, the way things are, like I have to separate my dogs when they eat because one of them's food aggressive. So,
okay.
Yeah, it's just a bit of a hassle really to do it. But I used to put peanut butter on mine and cream cheese.
Peanut butter, cream cheese, but coconut oil in a jar. Comes in a jar, coconut oil. That's really good for him. It's good for the bones. It's good for the coat.
Stomach.
Good for the stomach. Good for the coat. It's good for loads of things. So yeah,
it's good for a lot of things. I'll tell you what I've started giving mine is kefir. Like I get kefir from the shop, from the supermarket, and just give them a bit on their dinner.
All right.
Because that's
really
good
for the stomach intake.
It's good for the prebiotic.
Look at him here. Look at him. What are you waiting for?
Cheese tack.
Oh, you got cheese. Mummy grated that before. He absolutely loves his licky mat.
Does he have it every night at the same time?
No, he's not. He has something every night. So he either has his licky mat or he has this like a blue boomerangy thing. He was eating silver side of beef last week. So the owners, only Rob eats beef, Jen doesn't. She's had some problem with her tooth, so she come around and said, I've cut this for Robin, it's just going to go to waste, so does Casper want it? But a great big piece of beef, so we sliced it up, so we've been putting that in, so it's like a boomerang thing, and you stick it in it. It takes him about 45 minutes to get it out, so it's really
mental
good
stimulation for them, isn't it? That's the thing, and that's much more tiring than any physical stimulation that you could ever do with a dog.
Well, he's been running around with Woody for 40
and then like we've got this thing off TikTok shop for him what I got last week. It's called a snuffle. So it's like a big black round rubber ball, but with holes all the way around it, and then pieces of felt. So you put a piece of biscuit in the top and you roll it up and you push it in it, so it looks like a ball.
Yeah, I get you.
So it's a bottle. So it's called a snuffle toy. So this afternoon,
I did it yesterday.
He's done it yesterday and put it back in his box, ready for the next time he wants it. And I've been doing some clothes try-ons, so I've been in and out of the awning and doing some filming on the grass. Because when it's nice, it's sometimes nice to do some of my content outside than always doing it in the studio.
Yeah.
So I'd left it open, and he's gone in. I'm in here, and he's come back and said, before Casper's had his tea, have you give Casper his snuffle toy? I said, no, why? He said, oh, right, he's had it. I said, oh, he must have got it out of the awning. He went, yeah, he's ate the treats out of it.
On the floor, though. He's up on top.
He's ate his treats out of it that I'd made. That was for tomorrow for him. Just gone wandering in the awning. Do you know about the carrots? Joey loves a carrot. Right, he loves a carrot. Casper loves a carrot. The woman at the end cannot walk past him without giving him a carrot when she gets here, because he knows that she's going to the horses in the field next door to feed them. So she can't. He goes mad at her until she brings him his carrot. So last year, I'm in here. I said to Darren, pass us me carrots. I said, just bring me 4 carrots in. He said, there's no carrots in the basket. I said, what do you mean? I said, I put a full bag in there yesterday. He said, there's none in it. He said, there's no carrots in there. He said, you must have. I said, I've not used them. And then he went, oh, he said, I thought you'd given Casper a carrot. He said there's been some carrot in his bed. He'd ate in a day a full bag of carrots.
I bet he was shitting for England, wasn't he? Because it all comes
really,
out the other end with carrot.
He didn't really. Honestly, a full bag of carrots he'd gone through. So I'd opened the bag.
I've got an unstable connection.
I think it's you because I'm all green.
Yeah, I think I did get a unstable connection there.
But yeah, he ate a full bag of carrots. He loves a carrot. And do you know what? He knows when I've got carrots, and he sits there and he nudges me because he knows I've got a carrot.
Do you ever freeze them?
No.
You can freeze them, you know.
Yeah.
They last a little bit longer.
Yeah.
But it's because of his breed. He's got a nose on him, hasn't he? So he will know.
He's literally like a sniffer dog, honestly. He's unreal. You can't have anything where he is because you've literally got to like, he just sniffs everything out.
Yeah.
If you come in and you put a biscuit on the side, he'll walk in and he'll know there's a biscuit on the side. It's weird.
No, he's just got a good nose on him. My dogs are not. My Cocker Spaniel was like that. He would have got into anything. But again, it's a gun dog, isn't it? So that's what they're bred for, isn't it?
A couple of years ago, I don't know if it was last year.
You don't need to tell me because I know obviously you're not saying anything. But is Smiler back in the UK yet or not?
No, but we know when she's back. I know when I'm going picking her up. Her flight's booked.
I thought you might. I just obviously I know you can't say, but I just wanted to know whether it had happened yet. That was all.
Her flight's booked and she'll be home very soon. And me and her new owner are going to go and collect her.
Oh.
So we know already. Her flight's booked. It's all paid. It's all paid. So they rang me. Hacken messaged me. Was it last week or week before? I can't remember now. And said, we need the payment for her flight. So I hadn't raised it all because I thought he'd give me a couple of weeks notice. And it was like £900 and odd. And then I needed to pay some board as well. So I just paid it. And she had like, I can't remember how much she had now in her account. So, because she has her own bank account. So she had all this in her account. And I just put the rest to it, and then we just did a couple of fundraisers last week, and I think we're about even Stevens now. I'm certainly not up out of it all.
One lucky little lady, isn't she?
She is. She's going to. I've told you. Don't say because nobody knows. But have I told you who she's going to?
No.
Oh right, okay. I thought I told you. Okay.
Do I know the person?
You will do, yeah. Well, you probably will, yeah.
Oh.
Everybody in my chat will know who it is when it happens.
Can you message me and let me know?
Yeah, I'll message you. I'll message you when I come off in a minute and let you know who's happening.
I don't know. Yeah. We don't catch up that often, really,
do we? Don't. I know it's mad, innit? But no, so she goes off. We go and pick her up. So yeah, I'm dead excited. I can't wait to see her. So it's not long. Because initially when we first did it all and everything, it was going to be the end of April. Yeah. No, middle of April was when her quarantine time ended. Yeah. Middle of Jan to Feb to March to April. Middle of April it was, roughly, when her quarantine was up. So we'd originally said it'd be like the middle to the end of April, but the charity where she is, the rescue, they really struggled to find English passport holders to chaperone them. So they go from Izmir to Amsterdam by plane.
Yeah, I remember you saying that.
So he drives them to Izmir, 4 dogs and a cat get drove to Izmir. And then a chaperone goes on the plane, they go underneath, and then they fly them to Amsterdam. And then she gets collected in Amsterdam and then driven over the ferry and into the UK. And then me and her new owner are going to go and pick her up.
So does the chaperone stay for the whole journey?
The chaperone has to be on the flight.
Right.
What?
So the chaperone has to be, you have to have a person on the flight that the animals are on for security reasons. Because like you could put, go on.
No, I was going to say, like, that's the worst bit for me, thinking about the dog coming back, because in your head you're thinking, oh, they're going to think, what's happening to me? What is this? Why am I
You
in a
are.
crate?
But, and when you think about it like this, so she's going to be in a crate for probably 18 hours, something like that. From when she leaves, maybe something like that. I think they get the early morning flight, I think it is.
Yeah.
So she'll be in a crate for maybe, I don't know, 16, 17, 18 hours. But she is let out to like go to the toilet and that, like before she goes on the plane, and then when she gets off the plane, before she gets on all that's done. And this is the reason why he only takes 4 dogs and a cat at the same time, because some people take like 20 at a time, which is just too much, and it's just too much. Anyway, the reason why he does that is because the alternative is across land, and that's 7 days.
Oh no, you couldn't do that.
So you've got to think to yourself, a lot of these organisations bring them across land.
Yeah.
Now, Casper's used to being in the van with us. He's used to doing a 12-hour day travelling. He's used to that. He's always travelled with us. It's what we've always... He doesn't know any better. You know, he doesn't know what it's like to live in an house, because he's only lived in a house for a few months with us. And then we live this life. So Casper doesn't know any different. So for Smiler and any of the other rescues, it's so much better to have that 24 hours of just discomfort and upset,
or just a bit of stress or whatever, you know,
rather than 7 days.
Yeah. Does the ones that are coming over with Casper, they're all coming to the UK, I presume?
Yeah,
and
they've all got owners.
Are they all from the same place where did I just say Casper?
Yeah, you did say Casper, but I knew you meant Smiler. Yeah,
but are they all coming from where Smiler is?
Yeah. Yeah, so Hakan, who runs the sanctuary, he has all the dogs there. So they're people who have rescued him. But I mean, it's so upsetting what happened 2 weeks ago. So the beach where Smiler's from is called Chalice Beach. Yeah. That's where Smiler was. That's where she was living. And 2 weeks ago, there was a thing put on Facebook saying, well done, authorities. You've been and cleared the beaches of all the street dogs. So they basically come and took them all, which they will have all gone up into the mountains and disposed of.
Awful. I just can't even bear to
you can't. So
not like
can do that.
Animals, like, it's just awful, isn't it?
So they've literally just come and they've literally just come and culled, and they've literally just come. They've just literally come and culled all the dogs off the beach in Chalice and gone. And it's
that breaks my heart to think, how can someone not love an animal? Like, it's horrendous. I've grown up with dogs, like they're dogs of my life.
Me too. But like Smiler's 2 brothers are on that beach. Smiler's brothers like will fight for the food. Do you know what I mean? Like they were, even though they were brothers, they were hardcore. But they wouldn't harm you. None of them were vicious. None of them would harm you. You know.
Do you know what? This is what makes me sad as well, is that when you see like videos and stuff of the street dogs, they're always really friendly dogs. They don't look like most of them haven't got a bad bone in their body, and yet they're
the most adorable.
They're looking after them.
She is literally like the most adorable little thing ever. Let me just show you. Megan sent me a video the other day of her.
I bet she's well put on weight now, isn't she?
Yeah.
Thanks, Katie.
Hi, Smiler. Yeah. Are you going to England soon? Good girl. Good girl.
Look at her eyes.
She's adorable.
Oh, she's got her eyes are like that. She looks up and her eyes are talking.
Look at her.
Oh.
She's adorable. We're going to pick her up very soon. I can't wait. Honestly, I can't wait. And,
she'll recognise you. She
Yeah.
will recognise you.
100% she'll know my voice, 100%, because every time we went up to the rescue, as soon as she heard my voice, she was jumping up like at the railings, like banging on them because she could hear me. So
She was quite a nervy
100%.
dog, wasn't she?
Yeah, she was really nervous. She was really nervous. Hakan said it's Turkish men, but that's who's abused her. That's why, that's what she was frightened of. He said she's never had, he said she'll break my heart to go. He said, because she's such a lovely natured little girl. And I always said that she wouldn't survive the winter if she'd have been left there. And now to hear, if we as a community hadn't done what we'd done for her, I don't know how I would feel right now, knowing that all them dogs have all been taken. And we were feeding them dogs, even though they were getting fed by some of the hoteliers and the restaurants, but half of it, 3/4 of it wasn't even open. But to think now that all them dogs have all gone is
But the
just
thing is as well, a lot of the thing is with the street dogs, I think when the British, the tourists go, they feed the dogs because we're quite a nation of animal lovers, aren't we? But you don't know what happens when the tourists are not there. And obviously there's going to be months where the tourism dips down. So who's looking after them, you know?
I mean, we feed a lot of dogs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's like dog food, like, you know, a big bag of dog food you get for like 30 quid over here for like a 25, 30, 28 kilogram. We pay £110 for the same size bag.
Oh my God, that's extortionate.
So expensive. We have somebody who, so the original beach where we go, there's a guy who feeds them dogs every night for us. We send him the money and he goes and feeds them.
Wow.
When we're not there. Because there is literally, there is nothing round by there. The hotel's closed, the bars are closed, the beach bars are closed, there's nothing open. So like Luna Patch, Titch and Blackie, they would not get fed because there is nobody there. There's only the locals who go fishing there, and they don't feed them because they're feral animals to them, because they're dirty animals. They're not.
They're dirty
like
animals, aren't they? To them. Why is it so expensive? I thought turkey was cheap.
Not for dog food. Well, who's buying it?
€52.
Who's buying it?
Yeah, I suppose.
You go into a pet shop or into a supermarket, and it's 95% cat, 5% for dogs, because the cat people, they have cats, but they don't have dogs.
So they don't see cats as dirty animals?
No.
But cats are out roaming everywhere and picking up mice and...
Like we say all the time, like you can go past a bin in Turkey and make a noise and fucking 10 cats come flying out of the bins. They're dirty.
That's
but
ridiculous.
they don't see them as dirty animals.
How weird. I suppose, I guess it's their religion, is it? So obviously must be something to do with their religion.
Because like they'll get a puppy. Excuse me, when a puppy's a puppy, they'll have a puppy in their house.
Yeah.
And then when the puppy gets to adult, they just go and leave it down on beach.
Yeah, they don't want it, do they? They don't want that
down on beach. And the reason why a lot of the hoteliers and restaurants won't own the animals is because, so like there was a woman who used to feed Smiler, and she got really quite angry. We had a bit of an altercation with her, and we had a couple of run-ins with her. And towards the end, she kind of like thanked me for doing what we'd done. But at the time, she'd been looking after her. But to look after her is one thing, but to actually be her dog is another. And she kept saying it's my dog, but it's not, because she wasn't registered to anybody. Because if you register a dog to you in Turkey and that dog goes missing and that dog is found, you are prosecuted.
What, for taking a dog that was a street dog and
for not having it on a lead?
Oh, really?
So if you are a hotelier and you look after Mary is under your protection. Mary's chip is to you, and you feed that dog. But you let Mary go out with all her mates on the beach and that, because that's the life that she has. But Mary comes back every night. If the patrols got Mary and scanned a chip and it brought her back to you, you would be prosecuted for allowing your dog to roam the streets, not being allowed out without being on a lead.
That's mad, because they're roaming the streets anyway. So what? That doesn't make sense.
Do you know what, Joe? As much as I love Turkey, a lot of stuff in Turkey doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Like when we got Smiler, around the week we got Smiler, Hacken had gone and done a run to Antalya, and he said we've had to go and collect a bitch who's about to have pups. She ended up, did she have 11? And she lost 2. She have 11, lost 2, she had 9. Yeah, 9. Was it? I don't know. Anyway, so he'd gone to Antalya because he'd had a whisper that they were going to go and cull all the dogs off the beaches. So he went and got this one and a few of the others and brought them back. And then she had 9 pups. She's since been done, and the 9 pups are trying to be fostered. Anyway, he'd gone and got a load of the dogs, and within a couple of days of him coming back, they'd gone and culled the beaches and got rid of them all again. That was in Antalya. So they did that around Christmas time, at the beginning of January. And then they've done Chalish Beach about 2 weeks ago. There will be other places as well. There would be other places. We just don't know about the other places because we don't get to hear about them. But they literally came the other week and just took all the dogs, and they just take them. What they say, they take them to the compound. But when they get to the compound,
you don't want to know what happens. Yeah.
And then they get taken up into the mountains and dumped.
Everyone's sad in here because most people are dog lovers.
Horrible. It's heartbreaking. And, you know, I never wanted to go to Turkey and rescue a dog. That's not the reason why we did that with Smiler. You know, I'm not going to go to Turkey every year and rescue a dog. It's not what I'm about. But that little girl knew me that day when she come walking up off the beach and she was wagging her tail and looking at me. I was like, it's Smiler. And she was going mad, and she just jumped up on the wall next to me and snuggled right in next to me, and I went, oh my God, you need to go and get her some food. We went to the local supermarket that didn't sell dog food. They had no dog food, and I was getting her these garlic sausages that were cooked, garlic sausages and ham. And then I'll tell you another funny thing. So in between all this, obviously Colby and Amelia come over, and then we lost her. We couldn't find her. So the kids kept going looking for her. She went missing for 2 days. And then this particular day, Colby says, Mum, we found her. She's here. I said, right, okay. He said, she's starving, Mum. He said, I'm going to go and get her some food. So I said, right, we're on our way. So we jump in the van and go down. They're there with her. We got there, anyway, we sorted her out, we give her some food, blah, 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 blah. And anyway, a bit afterwards, he said, Jesus, Mum, he said, I only went in shop, he said, to get her some ham. He went, how expensive is it? He said, to feed a dog. He said, they didn't have dog food. He said, I had to get her some sausages and ham. He said, and the ham looked a bit dodgy, so I just got her more sausages. He said, cost me nearly a tenner.
Well, she was worth it.
I said, yeah, but she's worth it. He said, I know. I mean, they literally were like, they were like, they couldn't believe what she was like. And yeah, I think they'll see a massive...
Like, it was clearly meant to be, wasn't it? That's the thing. Like you say, you can't rescue every dog. And
it's not what I'm here for. And I would never ever have rescued her. It was just the fact that if we hadn't have done, she wouldn't have survived the winter because she was so underweight.
We have to remember with these animals, these street dogs as well, is they know no different. No. Like in our heads, we know that dogs can have. I mean, look at this one. Look, laying on the bed next to me. Like, we know that we can treat them like our babies, but they don't know that because they've never had that life.
No, and this is like what Hakan was saying about her. Like, she's so lovable, and she just wants to be loved, and like she just wants to be loved and wants to be cuddled and wants to be, she's such a loving, like, she's not like timid or like towards like me and Darren and the new owner. She won't be timid towards any of us. It's Turkish men who she doesn't like, which I get. But she, as soon as she saw me and Darren, she used to go absolutely mad for us.
Oh. Well, she'll go mad when you eventually.
I can't wait. Honestly, I cannot wait to get her.
Are you gonna video it or?
Yeah, I will video it all. Yeah. She's definitely going to the right home. She's definitely going to have the best life ever. The new owners need her as much as she needs them, and I just think that they're just going to be like a match made in heaven. And we'll still get to see her as well, because we'll still get to see her.
Yeah, and that's a massive bonus, isn't it, as well?
Yeah. People are convinced that me and Darren are having her, and I keep saying, I swear on my life, we're not having her.
You couldn't. It wouldn't be fair. It wouldn't be fair to Casper.
It wouldn't be fair to her. It's like I said to these, like when we talked about it yesterday, and I was like, you've got to remember, we travel for 6 months of the year. Can you imagine us taking her back to Chalice Beach on holiday?
Yeah.
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
Can you imagine the trauma that would cause the poor girl? Absolutely
it's not. That. I mean, although like Casper has a lovely life, he does have a lovely life, but you also, the way that you live isn't, you'd be travelling with 2 dogs, like big dogs as well, because they're both big dogs, aren't they?
Ain't got room for it.
It's a lot. It's not. It's
and
no
you've got to
room,
remember, Casper's a rescue. You know, Casper came as a rescue when we got him, and he still has issues. You move past him. You know when you've got your big phone stand that you have. If I go to grab hold of that, he runs into the corner. I have to show him what I'm doing before I get it. I'll say, Casper, as I'm getting hold of it, I say, Casper, before I move it, because if I don't. And he was 16-week old when we got him, and he's 4 now. So he's been with us for 4 and more years. Yeah,
it doesn't.
He still has that ingrained in his head.
Yeah, it never leaves them. My Frenchie, he's 8 now, and we got him when he was 4 months, and he came from Poland, and they were stopped at the borders by the Dogs Trust, and we rescued him. And even now, if you go to pick him up, he cowers down. Yeah, he literally cowers down. So I dread to think and he's food aggressive as well, which would indicate that he was starved and just had to eat whatever he needed to eat to survive. And it's sad to think that.
Did you have to feed him on his own?
Yeah, I can't feed him around this one. Like this one here, this Staffy, he's just the most beautiful dog. He would literally let the Frenchie take the food out of his bowl, but I can't risk it. I've had too many fights in the past.
Have they been? So he has actually gone for him?
Yeah, he's ripped my, when I had my Cocker Spaniel, he went for my Cocker Spaniel's bowl, and my Cocker Spaniel went back at him, and he ripped all the inside of my Cocker Spaniel's ear, and he bent my finger, like my little finger, like he got hold of my little finger. I mean, I put my hand in there, obviously to try and get them apart, and he damaged my little finger, and it's never been the same since. But yeah, he's like, I won't even touch his bowl. He is all right with me, because I stand with him sometimes when he has his food, and he's quite used to me being close to him. But I very much believe that you should never touch a dog when they're eating anyway, because that's their sacred thing, like that's theirs, and I don't think you should touch them anyway. But it is difficult, because I do have to separate him in 2 separate rooms, like when they're feeding. So anything like
he's had some kind of food deprived.
Yeah, definitely. And also the other thing is he eats poo. So I think he's had to do that to survive as a little bubby, and he doesn't know any different. Like that's what he's had to do. But I totally agree with you. Like it's ingrained in here, and it won't ever go.
So he even still does that now after 8 years.
Yeah. If you don't pick it up straight away, he loves it fresh on tap. I can't let them out there if I know they haven't done a poo. I can't leave them out in the garden, because he will just do that.
Oh, bless him.
Yeah, it's horrible. It is horrible, but it's, even though he's had 8 years with us, it won't never go away.
Sad, innit?
Yeah,
it saddens me how anybody could ever do anything like that. Like, I just don't get it. I just don't get it.
I can't even think about it. It's in my mind, it's as bad as, children. It's just no.
It really, if I do go to move something, what did I do it with before? And he was asleep on the floor, and I knocked my phone on the floor down here, and Casper was there, and he shot over there like that. He shot over like that. Even now. And I'm like, why does he still do that? Yeah. Please don't do that. It makes me so sad when he does it.
I think, I think part of me thinks, hello, Sharon, how are you? I think part of me thinks if you had a trainer in and you really desensitized them, I think you probably could get it out of them eventually. But I just think, do you really want to go through all of that? Like, you know, it's be a long process, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, this one here, he used to be petrified of high pitched noises. So you know, like a smoke alarm when it goes off, or if you test a smoke alarm. I can't do it with him around because he literally wrecked my bathroom. We were all out one day and my smoke alarm had my house alarm had gone off, and we weren't home. We came home, the kids got in first. He literally wrecked a brand new bathroom that Jeff had just fitted because he's a big dog and he's really heavy, trying to get out. He was trying to get out of the window.
Oh, bless him.
There was shit everywhere. It was literally all up the walls, all in my bath, all over the floor. He'd literally broken the toilet seat, the shelving. Like, he was so scared. And now, obviously, like, that's damaged him because he can't listen to any high-pitched noises. It's so sad. It's horrible.
Oh, bless. I don't know. Well, Joe, I'm going to go.
So, would you? Because he's laying here nice and happy now.
But you never know, do you? You just never know.
No, you
right, I'll ping you a message over now, and I will speak to you soon.
Thank you, Shat. Yeah, nice catching up with you.
And you, my darling. I'll catch you very soon. Bye to you and you guys. Bye. Right, gang, I am going to love you and leave you. I am shattered. I'm tired. I was going to come off half an hour ago. I'll try and come on in morning. I forgot I was working this morning, guys, and that's why I didn't come on, because I needed to get ready quick. But I'll see you all in morning. I will be on for a coffee in morning. All right, kid. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Love you all. Thank you all for your love, as always. See you all tomorrow.